Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to read the story called Our Community Garden. It is written by Barbara Pollock. Do you guys know what a community is? A community is like a group of people that live together. So we are kind of a community, like a neighborhood. So the people you live around, those are people that are in your community. At school, when we were in the Red Village, that was kind of our community, our Red Village community. So it's a group of people. Here we go. Let's talk about the group of people, the community garden. Our community garden. I'm Audrey Aubergine. My friends and I live in San Francisco next to a community garden on a steep hill. Every day after school and during the summer, we play and work in the garden. Sometimes we play hide and seek in the giant sunflowers that grow along the fence. Sometimes we spend all afternoon counting ladybugs and honeybees. But most of the time, we like to work in the garden, watering, digging, weeding, and getting dirty. These are some of the tools that we use in the garden: a trowel, a pitchfork, a cultivator, gloves. We are all planting something different. We use a hose, a watering can, and a spade. Thomas is growing tomatillos and hot peppers for his world-famous salsa. He says it's going to be hotter than ever this year. Tomatillos look like little green paper lanterns. My best friend Cassandra is growing short orange carrots with red cores. Most of the growing happens under the ground. She keeps a garden diary so she knows when they'll be ready. So you can see she's got some notes in here about April. She planted them. Here in March, she planted the snap beans. Allison Chin, our next door neighbor, is growing a special type of long, thin green bean called asparagus bean. They're great in my mom's tofu and bean stir fry, she says. This year, I'm growing eggplants. Eggplants come in many varieties, but I'm going to try growing the long, skinny, purple ones. Which ones would that be in here? Which one is the long, skinny, purple one? Right there. Good job. Every day when I get home and change out of my school clothes, I go to the garden and look at my eggplants to see if there has been any progress. I keep the soil moist and pick out the weeds. What are weeds? Weeds are the plants that people don't want in their garden. The weeds take out some of the stuff from the other plants so that they can't grow as well. Sometimes I dig for worms and watch them wiggle and squirm. These are some of the different insects that live in the soil: a centipede, an earthworm, a rove beetle. Oh, I bet you guys know what that one's called. A ladybug, a sow bug, or a pill bug. Those are one of those ones that roll up into a ball. You know that one. An ant and a soldier beetle. One day, my friends and I were playing hide and seek, when Cassandra noticed a small green shoot sticking up from the ground. What was Cassandra growing? Do you remember? What could that be? My carrots are coming up, she shouted happily. Thomas and I made up a special dance to celebrate. Soon, Tomas's tomatillos started to grow, followed by Allison's asparagus beans and my skinny purple eggplants. Eventually, they were large enough to be harvested. Ooh, that's a big word, harvested. It also means to be picked. They were big enough to be picked. Today, we have harvested enough vegetables to have a giant feast. Ooh, remember we had our Thanksgiving feast. We had that food group feast. Everyone in the neighborhood is invited to bring a special dish made from the vegetables that they grew in the community garden. We're having salsa, stir fry, eggplant stew, potato pie, and carrot cake. Yum! I can't wait. Over here we have the salsa recipe, talking about the tomatillos, the fresh cilantro, plum tomatoes, 1 onion chopped, cumin, 1 hot pepper diced, 1 small lime, and 3 cloves of garlic. Oh, there's everybody from the community, that group of neighbors that lives together, eating the yummy food that they grew in the garden. I hope you enjoyed our community garden, because we're going to be talking about gardens for quite a while. So we're going to be looking at different plants and how they grow. And if we were together, which we're not, we would be growing some of our own vegetables and things like that. But you can try to grow stuff at home if you want to. I'll show you how we're going to do it here. And if you get a chance to get some seeds, you can try it at home. Talk to you later.